This is La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. And honestly, I hate Vonnie.
Hello, all you indie darlings out there. Welcome to yet another podcast episode here at Vonnywave Network. Got an interview, and I'm here with, I tell y'all all the time I'm here with royalty, but I'm actually fucking here with royalty today. Got the, first, I couldn't do you any wonders of introducing you. I want you to introduce yourself.
I usually don't. Usually I have my perro do it, but since perro wasn't able to make it, I guess I'll let everyone know I am the best at everything. I'm not a part of the 1%. I simply am the 1%. I am La Princesa Tiffany Nieves.
Get it?
Got it? Bueno. And I just want to share, sometimes La Princesa can be wrong. And I just want to share to everyone that I may have attacked Vonnie before the show started because I noticed he was just wearing a black top. Now, if everyone could see what Vonnie's wearing, why don't you just show them? That's right. Tiffany Nieves shirt. Get it, got it, bueno. And you can now get on the NWA website. Okay? So you, sir, have won me over in seconds.
Listen, and I'm letting you know now, this shirt gas. I opened it up in the mail and I was like, nah, this right here, I'm saving this for this podcast episode. Immediately, as soon as I seen it live, the La Princesa mentioned it was out there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it because that's what you should do when royalty speaks to you.
Amen. And I'm just so happy that I'm living in a time period when we speak of royalty. Queen Charmel's not being brought up because by Charmel, your time has come and gone. And King Booker's not being brought up. It's just La Princesa Tiffany Nieves.
Salute to that. Salute to King Booker. I mean, but listen, now hear me out though. Let me cook. His time has passed. Your time is now. We are in your court. This is your world. We just live in it. And my first order of business, my very first question I want to ask you, Your Majesty, how's your spirit?
How's my spirit? My spirit's rising. I am the newest athlete on Gaspari, and that's where you can get all the nutrition everyone Exodus Pro is getting with Gaspari. So my spirit's been very well because, I'm taking the best vitamins that are on the market right now.
Can we talk about that gift package you got? And I saw you posted it yesterday. What did they end up giving you?
Oh, they gave me a lot. So they gave me this product that has multiple vitamins in it. It's called Anavite, and it's supposed to just glisten my hair more than it already does, glisten my skin more than it already is, and make me stay hydrated because, them haters love to drain you. But La Princesa got the block like that. And when I take that Anavite, it's like, blam! So it gave me a lot of that. I got some fresh clothes because La Princesa always needs to be dressed in the best. So I wore one of the fits today. I'm actually wearing the bottoms right now because it matches perfectly with my shirt. But I'm excited, and if anyone wants to scroll through the website and give me suggestions, I get to pick my own box. So every month I get to pick something that I want personally. So that's really cool, and I'm excited to keep educating everyone on the benefits of it. So if anyone sees something that they are too scared to try, I'll try it for you guys and tell you exactly how it responds to my body so that you can purchase it, because I'm a perfect example of perfect DNA.
Your Majesty, may I please stop you right there and admit, though, if you being the perfect person that you are, you showing off the attire and stuff on that website, when you wear it, it could be perfect. But if somebody like me, I wear it, I might look absolutely fucking insane.
That's a lie. You want to know why? Because you're wearing my shirt and you look so good. I think it's about spirit. When your spirit is not on that haterade and you have so much love that you've been giving out since day one, you can't help but be beautiful. So I beg to differ. And if you're a La Princesa fan and you're listening to my suggestions, there's no way you're ugly. I just don't believe that.
Yo,
now,
this
if you're
shirt
a hater, then you're definitely ugly inside and out, and I cannot save you.
We don't deal with them Ugg butts. I'm letting you know now. This shirt was so fire. I actually decided to shower today. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be a stereotype in the wrestling community.
What's the stereotype? We stink or something? I don't know about that.
No. It's not y'all. It's on this side of the fence, the people who watch. But we're not going to talk about that. Speaking of wrestling though, let's start right there. So
Yes.
just this past weekend, I believe we had a Exodus Pro show to which you faced Lily Ruiz, La Pescadita. That match was bonkers, by the way. Y'all
She's
two worked really
strong.
well.
She's strong. I hope everyone saw how strong she was in that match.
That was one of those ones where that was her first match here at EXO as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. She made a debut.
It's beautiful. First and foremost, first of all, shout out to Lily. But Lily being able to grace
Shout
somebody.
out to you saying her name right too.
I try. I know. Listen,
you deserve the effort for that.
Listen, when people fuck my name up so many times, I've heard. My parents just called me boy at this point. Like it's
I call her Smelly Fish at this point, so you're doing better than me.
I need to know the backstory behind the Smelly Fish.
Well, her name means small fish, and I just feel it's better to say Smelly Fish. There's no backstory. I do not know what her fish smells like, but to me, Smelly Fish it is.
You know what's
I love her, so let me just make that clear. I love her so much, but she, ask me any questions you want. Let's make statements.
Lily seems like a vibe. The question though, the non-vibe I want to ask about is Blake. What was up with Blake grabbing your ankle and holding it against the rope? What was that?
It was so awkward. The match was going so fine. It was actually going perfect. So first of all, Lily knows me like the back of my hand. I mean, we clicked immediately when we met. She likes to say that don't ever meet your role models, and I can't believe she's so mature enough to admit that I'm her role model. A lot of these girls don't want to. It's okay, but Lily did. So that was really cool for her, growth for her, points for her. But she knows me, and she's strong just like me. So she hit me with her strong spine buster, and just like her, I hit a Bronx buster. So at that moment, she caught me with a move that I usually hit right before I put them in the royal seat. And some people would like to call that the Texas clover leaf. I call it the royal seat. So she was able to get me a spine buster, nearly killed me. That should have been, if any, opportunity for him to try anything, right? But I never put Pedro up to anything. I don't need his help, never did. I won this title without him. And I continue to keep this title and defend it internationally everywhere without him. If anything, I'm giving him a platform and opportunity. So for him, just to awkwardly include himself, I mean, I don't know if anyone even noticed. He snuck his little carny self into doing commentary the whole match, but he should have been with me preparing for a huge match, right? Because I wasn't just debuting against someone who stood up to me. I was debuting against someone I've trained with, I work hard with, who knows me like the back of my hand. I didn't need him, but if there's any opportunity for him to get at my grace, it should have been that night. And instead, he's on commentary, sneaking his way to get a bigger bag, because that's all he cares about is what I'm picking up. Because lately, he's been signing me up for these matches without my approval. And then we have this Mila whore come out. She's a reject. I mean, the other league didn't want her. What makes her think that we do, right? So she comes in and she reads off whatever someone else wrote for her, because you can tell it's just not organic for her to speak. And I can't wait to smack the crap out of her. But it just wasn't her night. I mean, when she was talking on the microphone, I literally visioned myself just clocking her from the back. But then it wouldn't be fair because she wouldn't see it coming. And I don't need to do that. I'll drag her to her face. But the point is, I saw the way Blake was looking at her. And it was very disturbing to me. So I have a lot of questions. I don't know why he did it. He's still yet to answer me. It's just very cringe, uncomfortable how he inserts himself. I used to think he means well, but I'm starting to question Pedro a lot.
Listen, every dog has his day. What I will tell you, though,
I don't know about dog. I mean,
Pedro does mean dog.
Right?
No. Yeah.
That's
more, yeah.
handsome. My Pedro. No, he Pedro means well, and I think he wants what's best for me. But something in my gut is telling me that I don't need him.
I don't want to stir the hornet's nest, but what I will tell you is I was listening to that commentary and bro sounded like he was wheeling and dealing out there looking for the next best thing. And I didn't know if that meant that y'all was working up maybe like a group or a stable, but also you don't need anybody because you got yourself.
You know, when you're that small, you're going to need a stable. Yeah, so it may be in his best interest to look for a stable. I mean, he literally made a debut on NWA giving another girl flowers. It was the weirdest thing ever. Ella Envy. I'm just like, I again was fighting and he snuck his way into NWA. Just don't get it. I mean, even, when I had the opportunity, I put Billy aside so they can have a conversation. Who knew the conversation was to pair him with another chick? That was just disgraceful to me. It was embarrassing. I don't support Ella Envy. I don't support any of those girls. And to see someone that I've given opportunity to just do that, it's like being a part of a committee, right? When you're in politics, you can't just mix with anyone you want to. I'm the princess. And it's a bad look for me when you're representing losers like Ella Envy. I mean, she lost the tag titles. Why do we care about it? The only thing I care about are titles.
Speaking of titles, I mean, listen, you being the Exodus Women's Champion, and you had such a substantial run with this title. Can we talk about this? Like, I've seen you knock down Maya World. I've seen you knock down Lily Ruiz. I've seen you go through so many different people. Like, I'm talking
let's keep going. Let's try. Kylie Page. Missa Kate. Let's see. Who else? Internationally. It is hard, but I need your help. Let's see if you can help me here. I guess they're also forgettable. Some blonde shit.
And we're not even talking about listen, I've seen some of the people that you ran through for that title. I know Maya World was one.
Maya World, I'd love to do that again.
I'm trying to think who else really was on. The thing is, what's more memorable is just the consistent you at the end of it, holding the title, you're on a rope. Like, you're the star of the show today.
That's all that matters. And that obviously bothers people. I mean, Exodus Pro territory is the regional territory. So I'm the regional champion. Billy will say it himself. And it's funny, these other territories didn't care about their titles till I came around. And I'd love to give these girls their flowers, but I mean, they're smelling insecure. So what can I say? I truly believe iron sharpens iron. That's why I'll go anywhere. No one should really unlike each other in the locker room. That's how I feel, right? Let's talk about it. But why does it happen? Because people are so damn insecure. I trigger things in people that just, and I love it and I live for it. Because when I leave at the end of the day, I leave with my title, not their burdens. And the way I think about it, not one person in a place threatens me or makes me feel insecure. Because if there's something I can learn from you, then I'm going to learn it and I'm going to do it better than you. That's how it is. And some people think that's sneaky. No. I do it to your face. I learned the craft in your face. And if me getting better than you doesn't inspire you to be your best, then you'll be just like the rest, gone and forgotten. And everyone will be saying, your time has come and went. But I know nothing about that.
My thing, listen, I listen to your theme song so many times, and the top, I am the best at everything, is the very first thing that you hear when you really start rocking and rolling. This is not you just saying it. You really are the best at everything.
I really feel that. I will tell you the background of that story. I'm a girl from the Bronx, New York, and I'm still a princess. And that's why people can't stand me, because I am that rose that grew from concrete. And a lot of people don't get to leave where they came from. I left, but I didn't forget where I came from. And sometimes people will hate you because where you came from. People will be like, oh, she speaks too proper to be from New York. Yeah, I better. Like, I didn't leave there so I can stay stuck in the past. So what I'm getting at is I made that song with my friends from the Bronx. I have my homies, and we were in an apartment, and we made a homemade studio, and we recorded that. That's how we get down. So I put my friend on. His name's Joey Els. And he also put me on. That's how we do it in our community, I didn't go to no fancy studio, because the time before, I was a champion. I had to use my resources. And I just linked up with my boy. And I said, listen, man, I need an entrance song that really feels like New York, from the Bronx. It reminds me of coming up, my survival. I'm a cancer survivor. I just need something. So we got in the studio. And we didn't have lyrics written at all. We couldn't decide if I was going to be rapping on it or if he was going to be rapping on it. I told him some things I wanted to feel. And like I said, it's a homemade studio. So I went in there and I said, just let me feel this out. Like, no beat or anything. Let me just feel it out. And, at the time, I have my beautiful Prince in there. And this is 3 years ago, I think. And I looked at him. I gave him this look like, it's about to get weird. Just so you know, like, it is about to get weird, because I'm about to unlock, And I close my eyes and I just go, I want to be the best. I whisper and I go, I want to be the best at everything. And I scream it to the mic. And I look at my friends and they're like, bro, that was hot. Do it again. And I did. And then next thing you know, a beat found from it. And then the words that I was saying, you know, from the start. And Joel
Every
just hit
single
it. And
day,
it all,
with it,
when
with it,
magic
with
is
it.
magic, there's nothing you could do about it. So it's really cool to hear how many people rock with that song, love that song, listen to it in the gym, because it really is organic. It's authentic. It's really me. It's the sickest thing ever. And to know that I started in a studio that was homemade, you know, that I think a lot of the people who make it are really homemade. You know, you don't just, you know, this glam, everything you see, this gold and everything is very I'm not second generation wrestler. I was never a rich girl, but my spirit is always high. And that's how I get by. Get it? Got it? Bueno.
Bueno. Before we get into, I want to talk about my first time meeting such your grace. Before we get to that point, I want to
Okay.
know, you mentioned music and everything. What is in La Princesa's headphones?
A little bit of everything, but I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan.
Ooh, okay. We talking
Yes,
Man on the Moon 1, 2. What we doing?
all of them. So when I was sick with cancer, I begged my mom to still let me go to a Kid Cudi concert. And I was on a lot of steroids, on a lot of medicine. And Kid Cudi likes to rock with the 420. And I remember I lived at the time, I grew up in New York. So we didn't live in an apartment by ourselves. We had roommates even in our own apartment. So the girl that was living with me, you know, my mom was another single mother. Her daughter came to the concert with me, and I remember telling her, I lied to her. I said, I don't have cancer anymore. Like, I'm so I was like, can you get me a Four Loko from the gas station?
You wow.
I feel like a normal kid again, you know, because I was young. So we get a Four Loko, and I chug it on the train on my way to go see Kid Cudi. And by the time we get there, because I was on so many steroids and chemotherapy, I am puking. And this girl's looking at me like, what did I do? Like, this girl, and I'm like, it's okay, let's go. So we get into there, and let me tell you, everyone's passing around 420 like it's medicine, like all over. And I'm just like, screw it. I'm doing everything today. Next thing you know, I felt like my whole energy. Like Mr. Ranger came on. I don't know if anyone knows that song, but it was the most epic song ever to exist. And next thing you know, I was just healed. I stopped puking, and it was just time on. So I feel music is so beautiful. Vibrations are so beautiful. Sometimes I'll listen to really mean music to get in my mojo, and then sometimes I listen to Kid Cudi to rear me back and bring me down to earth and keep me grounded. So I would say Kid Cudi's in my and that's just a funny memory, but that's how much I really like Kid Cudi.
Yo, the name of this episode is Kid Cudi Cured Cancer.
Amen to that.
Listen, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you're in your space right now that you're in. Like, you moved so far along. I seen the muscles when you did what you did earlier, lifting the sleeves up. Like, I know you really outside for real, rocking and rolling.
Ryan.
And I want to talk about the first time I met you, because speaking of cancer, when this was back in, I want to say September, October, November, somewhere, I was just freshly joining Exodus Pro. And y'all did a show here in New Jersey for BCW at the Mecca. And I remember specifically, like, that's when a bunch of Exodus folks, like, you were there, Cowpoke Paul was there, Smooth was there, of course. There was a point in time right before your match, you were facing Harleen Lopez that night. Before you went and
I think I defended my title against her too. Boom.
Yes, you did. That's another person.
Thank you. I knew it. I know we were forgetting some people.
Yo, listen, you beat ass too, but that's
She put a good fight, though, I will tell you.
No, Harleen is a friend of the show. We've interviewed Harleen here before. Very nice, very cool. What happened was, before the fact, you were running around and you had these like bracelets and such that you were kind of selling. I think you were selling your merch. You're like, hey, listen, you want to support me? You want a picture? Buy one of these right here. I think this was going towards cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That bracelet I still have. It's somewhere over there. I have a Money in the Bank briefcase with all the stuff that I buy from wrestlers. One of the fondest things I've ever bought, because my first impression of you specifically was, wow, you are actually one of the royalties. Nice to me. What the fuck is going on right now? Like, what is this? And then I saw you go in the ring, and then that's when you walked in. I'm number one every single day. We winning. I'm like, yo, this shit kind of slapped a little bit. Hold up. Hold on. Then you beat ass, and then next thing you know, I'm like, This is a champion right here. Everything from the way you carry yourself, the way I was like, I need to have a conversation with Tiffany one day.
You sound a lot like PB Smooth. He gives me so many flowers, and he says a lot of the similar things you say. So I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I think you gotta get it bueno bracelet, and I love those bracelets because I used to sell bracelets that said "Stay Beautiful" back when I was sick, and my friends were able to raise a good amount of money to get me the holistic healing I need. So it's really cool. I really do enjoy spending time at the merch table, believe it or not, because I feel outside of me wanting this gold, I mean, people can feel how they want about how I go about it, whether I cheat, lie, or steal. We all can relate to wanting to survive. And you can't knock me for wanting to survive and be the best at everything. But once no one's in my way, and I get to the merch table when I'm still champion, I want everyone to know that being a good person matters and loving La Princesa is the only and best thing you can do, And that's what I do. So I'm glad I gave you that experience and you're able to have that.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit felt like I met Oprah for the first time.
Oh my goodness, I'm bigger than Oprah. Cut it out.
But again, the second time I met you after the fact was, God, what was the show we had in January? Begin Again.
Okay.
Again, Victor, you came through victorious. What I want to say was there was a point in time before you went for your match, I saw you specifically sitting in the corner, and it's like I could tell when the greats have this look when they lock in, they're kind of sitting. You could tell like they're like visioning the match in their head, letting everything run through. Like, all right, I'm doing this. This is how I'm rocking. Like it felt very Macho Man-esque. That's when I was like, this is a professional right here. And then you got in the ring and you did what you did, and I'm like, I'm right. This is a fucking professional right here. So,
hey, I'm a champ for a reason. It comes a lot of hard work, and I'll tell you that. They tell you it gets lonely at the top, man. That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke.
At that top, though, are there ever thoughts of what is the grand plan? I want to say, like, you have this long reign, you've done what you did. Is there any generational planning in a sense of, I know Blake's out there wheeling and dealing for people. You don't need anybody, but are there ever thoughts of you maybe cultivating a young princess to walk in your footsteps?
Absolutely not. I've got no time to give a crap about anyone else but my damn self. Come on now, don't waste my time. I've already done that. My reign at OVW was just creating opportunities. Okay, I was a part and the leader of the Bad Girls Club. Okay,
I remember that.
And those girls were brats, and we could have been bigger and we could have been better if they just got their butts, culos out of their how does it work? Their heads out of their culos. That's how it works. I had a good time. Some of my best times ever were at OVW with the Bad Girls Club. I really had a good time. But some of my best times is when I went and ventured to do my own thing.
You know what? Like, the Bad Girls Club was such a monumental faction. The way that everything kind of went, how like you got your set of girlfriends, you go to Miami, and then y'all come back and y'all not friends anymore. That was Bad Girls Club at the tail end of it. And I was like, damn.
1,000%. And you know what? The one true two characters that remained throughout all of it was me and Layla Gray. Everyone else was replaceable in the group. But Jada Stone made her mark. I will say that.
Jada Stone, yeah.
Jada Stone was a great third for us. And then we got Hema and Ellie Dreamgirl. And we had a lot of fun. But I will say, I think the Bad Girls Club was the most fun when we had Jada, Layla, and I. But the other girls sufficed.
So I'm glad you mentioned Jada. So like not too long ago, again, you're the star of the show, but we'll give them a little bit of airtime, a little bit. Jada made her way to Japan and did a run. I believe it was TJPW or DDT, one of those promotions. Are we ever going to see like a stint at this point this year or maybe next year where La Princesa takes her talents to Japan and really starts running?
I would love to. Japan, hit me up. Let me know. Let's go. I would love to. Now that I'm with the NWA, I have a set schedule. I have opportunities, and Japan is where I want to go. There are some limitations, and I'm hoping some doors can open. NWA would love to work with anybody and everyone. I know that. Billy Corgan is one of the best bosses on the earth, and he makes things happen that I'm very blessed to be a part of. So I would love to see NWA collab or work with any league in Japan. and I feel that they'd be arms open to me. You know, I am making a visit to Mexico next month. I'm very excited for that, and I hope that there's opportunities in Mexico with other companies as well. But when you are a champion, there's certain responsibilities, and I know exactly where I need to go with my responsibilities. Yep. Keep it there.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Listen, salute to Billy for just having that baby recently.
Amen. Yes. God bless.
God bless that man Billy out there still moving and maneuvering. Salute to him. Yeah,
he is. I mean, he's another one. No second generation, self-made musician. And this man, I really commend him. Not because he's giving me checks, you know, but because he still goes on tour to support his family, and not only his personal family, but his NWA family. Without that, I don't know. You know, I do appreciate that. That's why I will work hard and prove that I should be the NWA Women's Champion, because we will be a champion like I.
Listen, I know that you are the shining star of NWA. I see it. I know it.
Billy sees it too. Trust me, he does.
Yes, he does. After that cage match, I knew you was goated.
Goated. Listen, it was before that. I was found at an Exodus Pro seminar that I initially wasn't going to go because I was asked to partake in a cancer benefit wrestling show. So imagine calling out of that, being I'm a real heel, huh? You know, I was at EC3 asked me, hey, I would love to bring you in. And, you know, I want you to meet Billy. And I thought, well, I want to meet Billy too. Sure, let's go. So, you know, I had to call out of that show. And they were doing a seminar. And, you know, EC3 understands that I am the 1% kind of like him. And I remember Billy coming and he just gave me his spotlight, gave me the microphone and said, cut a promo. I said, say less. I've been waiting for all these idiots to shut up. Give me the microphone. So I did my thing. I told everyone about who the hell I was. And then Billy tried to challenge me after and goes, that was great. Now, you're going to do something with me tonight, but at NWA, we don't write scripts. So just go with the flow. I said, yeah, at NWA, you can't write my scripts because you can't be me. You can never tell me what to do, what to say, or who to be. So you'd be wasting your time. So, yeah, I don't need your script. I'm going to do what I want anyways. So I told him that. And I don't know if he thought I was kidding. I don't know what he thought it was. I don't know if he's ever, he's from Chicago, so maybe he does know, you know. But I told him what he can do with himself, and I forced him to hold both my titles at the time, which was the OVW title and the Mission Pro title. And I said, move away, Hilly Billy. I don't care about you. And then I continued my business because really Billy was just getting my way. Unless he was willing to be Pedro or fight for me, what are you doing out here? I'm like, what are you doing? So I let him know that. And it's funny, he must have a sick sense of, or great taste. Let's do that. Right after that, he told me, I want to sign you. And I remember thinking, oh, okay. And I played the game a little. I made him wait. And he'll tell anyone that. When he met my mom, he said he had to fight another man for me. And I made him wait. And it's absolutely true. And 3 months later, I sealed the deal. And I've been making history with the NWA ever since. And
you made him wait.
It was incredible. Days. Yeah, it was incredible to have that first ever women's cage match in Alabama. Really cool. Like, I will forever, no matter what, be a part of wrestling history. And no one can take that from me.
That's a fact, Jack. Fried Billy dumbass up. You fried his ass up and ended up with a contract. Like, so that you are life goals right now. I'm letting you know that.
Thank you. It's so cool. It's cool. You got to smell the roses when you can.
That's a fact.
And it's really only when I have conversations with someone interviewing me that I remember, because I'm so driven. I refuse to accept any of my accomplishments. I don't take a chance to relax and really honor myself, except when I look in the mirror, because hello. But aside from that, I go, wow, you don't want my head to get any bigger, because as we're talking, I'm like, I really am that princess. I really am.
I hear that. Listen, we have just 2 really quick questions before we let you go.
Yeah, don't need to be quick. Come on, ask them. Ask me anything. You have a shirt on. You are goated, okay?
Let's get it. The first question, listen, I know you are La Princesa. You are the star of the show, the belle of the ball, if you will. Is there someone, if I asked you to pass the baton and say, this person has got La Princesa's attention, this is the person you should check out on the independent scene, who should we be looking into? I know this is hurting you inside. I know this I know you.
I really am upset with her. Kylie Ray. Smiley Kylie Ray.
Wow.
I want to smoke with her, but she's just so busy. But that's who's got my attention. Kylie Ray.
My experience with Kylie Ray, I've seen some of her matches and have been a fan. The funniest thing I think I've seen Kylie Ray do was there was a Thanksgiving interview her and Kenzie did where they went back to their parents' crib and then they smacked Mima the food out of her hands. It was probably one of the peak funniest promos I've ever seen.
That's Kylie Page.
Oh my God, I tweaked. Whoa.
I have to do that. They do it on Twitter too.
Yo, that's no, Kylie Ray, WWE. I met Kylie Ray. What am I doing?
Yeah, it's okay. Listen, Kylie Ray, you're unforgettable, but you have a match with me. We will stop comparing you to a Page sister. Just make it happen.
Hey, it don't even matter because this part's getting clipped. Listen, Kylie Ray, I've met Smiley Kylie Ray. Now makes perfect fucking sense. I saw Kylie Ray at a show in New Jersey down. This was back in the top of December. A phenomenal, amazing act. Very cool person as well. But again, this ain't about her. This is about you.
Yeah, no, you can put her over. It's fine. I'm now at reality wrestling training, and every day I gotta see her Smiley Kylie face up on the banner of the wall, and I just can't wait to take her spot there. But before I do that, I gotta have a match with her. Alex Windsor's another one. I think she's from, I don't want to say where she's from. She's from a different country. She's out of the States, but she's been making some AEW debuts here and there. She's a hard-hitting gal, and I want to go international and hit these girls hard.
Yo, reality or wrestling, though, I'm glad you mentioned that because I've seen you've had matches with like Kaya Dream down there and everything. A couple of those, if you mix it up with, I'm like, they really got something going on down there in Texas. The Texas wrestling scene really been bubbling and booming.
It's always been that way. And the funny thing is, I don't care about any of those girls in the roster. I really don't. Like, I'm doing them all favors being there. That's the truth. I've been told that a lot of these girls are upgrading their looks, their gear, even their mic skills because of me. And I'm like, well, what are they doing for me? What are they doing for me? So I have it out for Charmel, Queen Charmel. That's who I want to talk to. I don't care about the rest. Queen Charmel, I want the smoke. What are we doing?
The one thing I will say, though, if they're bettering themselves, that just makes you look better when you beat them in the long run.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. You're right.
So, I'm just saying.
Good point.
The very, very, very last piece I have for you specifically is, this is a section I always do with people here. You're no different. It is giving you your...
Wait, correct yourself. I am so different.
I'm glad you mentioned that. You are so different in the best way possible. But to that point, what I'm actually going to do, I want to give you your flowers and tell you how great you are.
You've been doing that this whole episode. Oh.
Yeah, but I got a whole segment dedicated towards it, though. Like, listen.
Let's hear it.
No, again, like, it's already been said as well. Like, the first time I met you, the whole bracelet situation, the match was amazing. I said, I got to meet this person. I met you again back at Exodus. You were an absolute ball of a person. It was amazing. Just the matches I've seen, I've never seen one match where it felt like you took off and you said, nah, I'm gonna phone this one in today. I look for things like that. I look for just the way that they carry themselves online. Like, you are a whole vibe. You are a whole business. You are a whole princess. You are, in a sense, the type of person that a wrestler, especially in this space on the indie scene, should aspire to be like when it comes to carrying themselves with their merch. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, buy on NWA.com.
Bless your heart. And while we're talking, you keep making me emotional a little bit when you talk about when we met, because at the time, I know one of my great pals was there, Vince Steele.
Oh, shit, yeah.
To Vince. He has known me through before I was even where I'm at, and we rep New York together, and he knew me when I was a ring announcer in South Florida. So every time I saw Vince, it was a reminder of how good I'm doing. And I love Vince, but I look at Vince and be like, I surpassed you, man. What you doing? Come on, get that burger out of your mouth. Let's go. And and he would always talk about booking me, and I couldn't wait for that to happen. You know, I went from struggling to say Juggernaut when I would ring announce him to you know, it was always anytime big Vince came in, I'm like, crap, I gotta say this word Juggernaut. Freak, how do I say it? You know, I perfected it. I was a girl growing up. I used to be very self-conscious about reading and words because in 7th grade I had a 3rd grade reading level. You know, so I worked really hard. So Vince would always trigger me in a way, and he'd always be so sweet. I'd mess it up sometimes just because I was overthinking it. And he'd be like, it doesn't matter. He was one of the sweetest, biggest guys I've ever known. So shout out and rest in peace to that man.
Rest in peace to him. Make sure you support that GoFundMe that's going around.
Amen,
support his
yes.
family. There's just not a lot like people like y'all, man. You, Vince, and everybody, the good people in this industry. Like it's always a blessing and a wonder to be able to come across y'all and be able to interact with you, be able to support you in ways of doing things like.
And that's why it's so important. I get goosebumps. You don't know when last time you're gonna see someone. You know what I mean? I don't have time. That's why the Princesa goes right to it. I lie, cheat, steal right away to get what I want. There's no bull crap with me. You're gonna know what it is, and then by the end of it, we can all celebrate and have a good time because you really don't know when the last time is. So I don't want to treat my fans or anyone who loves wrestling like crap when I see them. But if you're not team La Princesa, then you're gonna get the smoke.
That's a fact, Jack. La Princesa, where can we find you on all platforms?
Yeah, so you can find me on Cameo, and I love Cameo because it gives me an opportunity to speak with you and collect money while I do it. One. Duh, win-win. I talk to you, you pay me. I love it. Of course, Twitter, I have the best images that I post there. You can find me at Tiffany Nieves _. And then it gets super personal on Instagram because I do offer a subscription if you got the ching. And you can see the behind the scenes of my life, how I work out, what I eat, anything you want to see. I mean, well, not anything. Be careful. But you can follow me for free as well on Tiffany Nieves _ on Instagram. And if you want to watch some of my best matches, go follow my YouTube page. Just look up Tiffany Nieves. Thank you.
It's banger after banger after banger up there. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you buy the shirt.
We have, I don't know when this airs, but I have a tag team championship match coming up with NWA. And I also will be defending my title in LA, the Future Women's Wrestling promotion. Great promotion. I'm also their first champion ever.
Ooh, okay.
I'm the first lot. So yes, I want to share one story, even though we're getting off. I am so proud to have been a Shine Women's Champion tag team. I'm so proud to be an OVW Women's Champion former. And it was cool because, like I told you, my first year OVW, I lost for a year straight. And I never got an opportunity for what I felt a fair opportunity because everyone I was facing either cheated or did something to win. Well, then I got smart just like them, started doing the same thing. And the night I won the OVW Women's Championship happened to be the first night ever I was offered a championship match, and I was the main event of the entire show. So as a woman, my first championship opportunity, I won and became champion, and I did it as the main event for the whole show. That was a cool payoff. So the OVW title will always be in my heart. And then after that, I've just been racking these titles for the first, like I'm the first Exodus Pro Women's Champion, the first Future Women's Wrestling Champion, the first ever in Canada Destiny Champion. And you might see some future other titles, but we'll keep it on the hush for now. I just know if it's anything like how it's been going, just know I'll be adding more very soon. I do want to shout out, if I can have any smoke with anyone at the NWA, I've got my eyes on Big Mama because she has that TV title, and we were in a 4-way in Chicago, and she had no right just coming into the company and taking that TV title when I am the TV star. So I just want that to be known. Big Mama, watch your back. I'm coming for you. I'm the true La Princesa TV star. So get it, got it, bueno. You've been warned.
Oh, love that. That's a mic drop right there. Go watch your page.
You are now